Hello there and welcome to my channel. This is Non-Con and today we're playing the Golf Club 2. This is video 3 in our Speed Platinum series. We will actually be getting the Platinum in this video. So the first two videos were all the setup. For those of you that are not familiar with Speed Platinum, basically the timer starts when you get your first trophy and ends when you get your last trophy. And the current leaderboard I'll go ahead and put up, it is 6 days and 22 hours by Porkchop25. We're going to smash that record, I guarantee it. We will be doing it in less than a day. Now, the trick to this is setup. So we have done quite a bit of gameplay already, but we have not earned a trophy, and as a result, the clock has not started on this platinum run. So if you want to see all the setup, you can look at the first two videos in this playlist. I played that hole very poorly on purpose. The first trophy we're aiming for is going to be the hole-in-one trophy. And if you want to look for tips on how to do that, you're welcome to. But I've already included that in the last video. It's right at the end. And we didn't even need tips. We got it on our first try. Look at that. So I'll do some more setup here in a little bit, but there you go. Ace. So it is 1:46 in the afternoon and we got our first trophy. So we have begun. Normally that takes me about an hour, but I guess I've gotten so good at this point after doing this over and over and over again that that's not necessary. So I'll go ahead and give the rest of the intro that I was going to give here, and then we'll go ahead and start earning trophies as quickly as possible. Basically, so first of all, I've been doing Speed Platinums for about 10 years now. I've only just started putting them on video on YouTube like a couple of months ago, so this is, I think, the third one. I have thus far offered a contest to anybody that's watching. If you use my strategies and beat my time, the first person to do that, I will give a $50 PlayStation gift card or code, depending on your region. It has to be done, it has to be on PSN profiles. That's the leaderboard that I showed earlier. It has to be a clean run on PSN profiles, so you have to comply with their rules, which is don't cheat. And then reach out to me so I know you're a real person and I'll hook you up. So go nuts. This is a very, very rare game, but the Millionaire trophy is the one that stops everyone. And if you watch the first video on the playlist, I'll show you how to do it solo in like 35 hours or less, which is definitely doable for something as rare as this. So that's about all I really have to say. Like I said, the other two videos have all the prep in it. We're going to kind of go down the list. I have done basically no preparation for the rest of these trophies. I did all the stuff to prep the Millionaire trophy and the online societies ones. But my plan going forward is to just look at the trophy list, pick a trophy, and go forward with it. So the first thing I want to do, we're going to quit out of this because we already got our ace. And we'll go in and start some other stuff here. So first thing we want to do is go to our golfer and switch to tour clubs. So go ahead and do that. And I'm going to play a couple of quick rounds here. There's a reason for it, and I'll get to that in a minute. So the first thing we're going to go for, well, the next thing we're going to go for are the handicap trophies. We have not set a handicap because we haven't played any handicap-related rounds. I want to do this first because a lot of the other gameplay will influence your handicap, and I don't want to get in a situation where I got to play like 10 more rounds to get the two trophies for it. So we're just going to go to 9 holes in one, which is one that I know it's on the list, so we're going to be doing that. But basically, we're going to play that for 5 times, and that should see that HCP up in the top right corner. So if you play this 5 straight times and get 9 on it, that should set your handicap at more than plus 10, and that'll be our next trophy, and I'll see you in 5 rounds. And this is the final putt of the 5th round, so with any luck at all, we should get 2 trophies here. That's the scratch golfer for an even handicap, and that's the plus 10 for a plus 10 handicap. So we're done here. Now we're going to go ahead, finally, after like hours and hours of grinding and setting up all kinds of tournaments, which you could see how to do in the prior videos, we are finally going to get the Millionaire trophy. So We've already set up the tournament. We've already won the tournament. We have 900,000 in the bank. We're going to go right down here and get our reward. And that'll put us over 1 million. And boom, done. Millionaire. 20 minutes in. How's that? So we're all set there. We also set up another tournament and used 4 of our alts. And that tournament is also complete. So we're going to go ahead and cash in there. And we get participation medal. Yay! And then the next thing we're going to do is come back out here. And we've got a couple more online society trophies to get. And again, if you watched, I set this up earlier in an earlier video, so check that out. But we're going to go right in here. And this probably would have made a lot more sense to sign in as Uquatier and search for non-gone because there's only one of those. But, you know, I like to stay bad. You could probably save time by doing this. We're going to go ahead and send that friend request. And now we've logged in as Uquatier, and we've got our friend request there, so we're going to accept that. So we're going for a trophy where you have to beat your friend's top time, your course record on a course. And we avoided getting that trophy by not having any friends that have played the golf club. So we're now done with that. We have trophies, so we can go ahead and do it. And you've also got to do an active rival anyway. And there's also a couple other things. So we're just going to hit them all at once here. And again, like I said, if you're just trying to get the platinum, you could do these in separate instances. You don't have to do it this way. If you're trying to beat my time, then you probably can find ways to improve it. So, okay, so as your alt, we're going to go in and go into our club. And we're going to set up an event. And I've been using Money 3, and I'm going to keep using Money 3. And this one doesn't matter. I like to just set them for one round just in case and make them over quickly, just in case I mess something up. $29 is a fine purse. That's no big deal. Okay, so we're done here. Now, in this case, we're going to try and trick the game a little bit. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to go in and play our event as our alt. And I believe that you do not have to complete the round for this particular one. But I'm not 100% sure. So we're just going to try. We'll try it. Why not? So I'm going to do about 3 holes here like that. And then I'm going to... I'm going to quit. And I'll log back in as my main. We're going to go to societies. And we're going to pick the society, a different society than the one we're about to play in. And go to the far right tab and set it as primary society. And then go ahead and leave that one and go into the one that we just set the event up in. Perfect. Go to the event. And when you get to this screen right here, oh, sorry, not this screen. When you get to this screen right here, go to add player and add a rival. And Uquatier should come up with the partial round, which is perfect. So basically, we're taking advantage of a couple of things right here. The game is really slow at updating when rounds are complete and when they are not. And that suits you well because there's a trophy for playing against an active friend or an active rival. This game's kind of dead, so it's very hard to find somebody who's actually playing the same course that you are at any given time. But it's so slow to update that you can play as a friend, turn the game off, log in as you, and it counts as you playing simultaneously. So hopefully that makes sense. I heard that you could do that. I haven't needed to do it, but I figured I'd show you in the video because it certainly is the quickest way to get this trophy. So we did that. We also, there's a trophy for representing your primary society in a different society's event, which is why we set Uquatier 103s as the primary. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish this round, and I'll show you all the trophies that pop.
And now the 9th hole.
So we get team player. That's for representing a society in a different event.
See you next time.
We get golf buddy. That's the active friend, which was the round that we played 3 holes of. And we'll get I'll take that. And this is another one that we set up earlier by missing a couple of putts on this course. When we played as Uquatier in that 5-person tournament, we beat their record on this course. So we knocked out 3 trophies right there with one like 90-second round of golf. So how's that for not messing around? And if I'm not mistaken, we're done with all of these society trophies for this game. That's all there is. We'll find out later in the run, because I'm like I said, I didn't do any real practice for the rest of the trophy list other than the setup. So we're pretty much getting into uncharted territory here as far as the run goes. Again, there's tons of opportunities to make a better time. So the next thing we're going to do are the 3 training trophies. There's a driving range, chipping practice, and putting practice. Each one of these has a trophy associated with it. We're going to start with the driving range, but before we do that, we're going to switch back to standard clubs. Pay attention to this, because it really can make your run a lot easier. We use tour clubs for those putting courses, but tour clubs are really difficult to actually hit good shots with. So you just go into there and knock it out. Also, big shout out to my wife for developing my character. This is Bootsie. She's real good. She's from Venezuela. She's playing on tour to help bring her parents over to the mainland here. So hopefully, with her $1 million that she's got now, she can achieve her dream and help her parents achieve the American dream. So, and we're gonna go back into the training and the driving range. And the trophy is to get perfect impact, and that counts. That's the backswing and the front. You see perfect. So that's what it looks like. Repeat that 25 times. It has to be in the same session, so don't leave the driving range until you get the trophy. We're about halfway there, so just keep cranking it. And that's 25, so that's probably the easiest one. It took about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, to get 25 perfect impacts. Funny thing about this game, without a swing meter, it's really hard to tell what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So, you know, you just kind of muddle through. Fortunately, we're only going to play, I think, 1 actual round of golf. The rest is all going to be stuff like this. So anyway, when you're done, go ahead and quit. And head over to chipping practice. So the trophy for the chipping practice is to get 25 balls within 5 feet of the target. And in addition to giving you almost no feedback and no way to finely tune short shots like this, there's also no way to tell how far from the pin your shot went. So it's pretty time consuming, pretty obnoxious, pretty difficult. Probably one of my least favorite ones. However, it does cycle between 20 to 25 of these shots. Like, is that 5 feet? I don't know. Maybe. But it does cycle through 20 to 25 shots. And a few of those, if you just hit a full swing and don't aim, you'll be within 5 feet. So my suggestion to you is don't worry too much about perfecting your game on this. Just keep swinging full. I think this is a good example of it. Like, that's got to be within 5 feet. Just wait until that particular shot comes back around on the cycle, and you should be fine. And eventually you'll get to 25 and get your trophy. This does have to be in the same session, so don't quit chipping practice until this is done. So I'll see you when we get 25 of these chips done. And there we go, chipping Connoisseur. That took not too bad, only about 15 or 20 minutes. So, yeah, at least I think. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. And once you're done with the chipping, we're going to go ahead and quit again. We're going to do the putting practice. And once you get here, the first thing you want to do is we're going to show Lee how it's done. I think it's called You've Chosen No or something. We're basically going to spin around like this. We're going to aim right at the parking lot. And I can't remember. I think it might be this car we're shooting for. And we're going to switch to a 3-wood. So L1 a couple times will get you there. And give it a go. And we're trying to pop just to the right of that sign and get over. The idea is to hit a car, is what we're trying to do. Okay, it looks like we made it. And there you go. You have selected no. So that's a funny one. You can look up the history behind that. It's pretty hilarious. But yep, that's a real quick tutorial on how to get that trophy. Now we're going to come back here, and the trophy for putting practice is to make 25 putts, I think from outside of 25 feet, maybe. And again, this is going to be real difficult without a swing meter. And I just checked the trophy list, and it just says sink 25 putts in one session. So hopefully this one isn't as awful as I was making it out to be. You don't have to make those bomb putts like I just happened to accidentally do in those first two. So I'll see you as soon as we get to 25. And with that, we are done with the training courses. So we're going to go ahead and quit. So the next thing we're going to do is go into career mode and set up a season. We got to do a couple of things here. We got our million, so we can spend money pretty freely. And the first thing we're going to do is level up our society to level 10. And we'll get a trophy for level 5. And we'll get a trophy for reaching level 10. So that was another easy one. Also, before we start our season in our career, I want to go ahead and, as long as we're spending money, I want to go ahead and spend all of the money. So we're going to go into Edit Golfer and Equipment. And I'm going to change back to the tour clubs. And we're going to go to clothing, and we're just going to start buying things. And you got to do 99 of these, so just go through and start buying them. They're all pretty cheap, and you have $1 million that you don't need. I think I stick to like $100 or $200 as a limit, but because there's a few things that are like 1,000, but it really doesn't matter. You have plenty of money. Just keep buying until you get to 99. By the way, if you want to shave some time off while you're off of my run, if you're trying to do this faster, this takes 10 or 15 minutes, and you could buy like 80 or 90 of these before you get a trophy. You just have to get more than $1 million in your things, like maybe do an extra cycle or two, so you got about 30 grand, and buy like 80 of these before you start your run. It's another piece of prep that you can do, save you 10 or 15 minutes. And there we go, dressed to the nines. You see I accidentally changed Bootsie's shirt, so that's not going to be acceptable. So we're going to go back. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. And unfortunately, Bootsie has spent about $40,000 now. I think that's probably still enough to get her parents over to the States. So she's still doing good, living large. Plus, her brother's been supplementing income by washing dishes at the local Applebee's. So, you know, that family, they're working things out. They'll be all right. In the meantime, we're going to get back to our golf game here now that we did a little clothes shopping. You do not need this money for anything other than having the million. So just so you know, you're going to end with even more than this because we're going to play more rounds. But yeah, let's go back into career. And we're going to create a new season. And I found a good way to do this is to sort by 250. And we are looking for 3 courses that have more than, what did I say, 1,500 plays? Yeah. So that's going to be this one. And then just cycle between those 3 courses until you have 10 events. And you see, and if you hit R1, you'll see event 10. And then go ahead and start the season. And when it asks you to pick difficulty, select hard as the difficulty. And make sure you have a standard club set. I switched to tour and told you to do that, and I don't know why I did that. So go back to standard. And then go ahead and play these 10 rounds. And just go ahead and hit it out there.
We have a brand new season ahead of us, and this is just the first of many rounds to come.
And you don't have to be good on these courses. You just have to hit it generally out there.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the holy.
And the first time you get a hole in one, You should get the Super Ace. That's what these courses are designed for.
And folks, that's all she wrote for us here today.
This particular course is a one-hole course, so the event's over, and you've now won an event, so you already got 2 trophies for that. Pretty slick, huh? Huge shout-out to the people that designed these courses. It is absolutely wonderful that they took the time. It's a really cool course designer in this game, which we won't be using, but it's pretty cool that people have taken that. You see, we won $1, so, you know, getting one step closer. Every little bit helps. And yeah, we're going to go in and we're going to repeat that 9 more times. Some of these are a little bit different, but they're all designed to get you a hole-in-one and a 250 or more yard hole. So just play all 10. So as we're popping through our rounds here, I did want to give you a quick warning about this. If you use different courses than the ones that I've done, you may lose these tournaments. The AI is really weird about these, like holes in one on par 7s and all that stuff. So make sure you test the courses you're going to put in your career mode if you're doing this run. It is actually possible for the AI to score like a 7 on a 9-hole course. They'll get -1 on holes and stuff, and it's not really bad programming. It's kind of just bad user behavior. The courses are designed to exploit certain activities, and the AI is not necessarily able to compensate for that. So it is definitely possible for your competitors to shoot less than 0 on these holes. So just keep that in mind. At the moment, these 3 courses, cycling them through continues to be stable and allows you to get victories in all these tournaments, but I can't promise that 6 months from now that'll be the case. So make sure you find and practice and test the courses you're going to use for your career mode if you're trying for, you know, a quick and easy platinum. So, and once you put it in for the 10th event in your 10 event season, you should get a leaderboard here. And since we won all 10 events,
thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
we should get a season champion for winning in a career mode. We should get inaugural season for, sorry, that's for winning a career mode. And the other one was for doing it in a 10 event season on hard or difficulty or higher. And so we're done with those 2. So the next thing we're going to do, now we are going to switch to tour clubs. And this is probably the only hard thing that we have to do in the entire game. And I don't think it's going to be that hard, but we'll find out. We're going to go in and we've got to, there's a trophy for getting a score under par with tour clubs on a official course. And the official course that we're going to use is going to be the same as we did for the hole-in-one, which is Little Brook Manor. And if you have not gotten your rival, this is one of the more popular courses. So you can go in here and try to add a rival and see. Yeah, there's nobody playing at the moment, but it's a good course to try and get a rival one on if you don't want to use your alt. For me, the extra, like, I don't know, 2 minutes is definitely worth it. But yep, just a heads up on that. So we're going to go ahead and play with tour clubs on Little Brook Manor. And our goal, and hopefully we'll be able to do it in one shot, is to get less than par. And tour clubs are a little bit more difficult. When you make an error, it is a big error. You'll end up like in the rough, or you'll hit it like 50 yards on a drive. So just keep that in mind. Again, there's no swing meter. There's very little feedback to tell you what you did wrong. I consider it probably the weakest part of this game. There's a lot of fun things in the game, but there's also a lot of, you see, that's the problem with the tour club. We didn't miss by that much, and we're over here in the rough. So hopefully Little Brook Manor will be easy enough. You'll be able to get at least a couple of birdies and whatnot. But yeah, that's our only goal, is to get less than par on this course. So I'll be back in a minute.
And there's your eagle. Great. Great job.
And that was a bit more of an adventure than I would want, but we did get the tour par. We shot a 9, and we got amateur golfer, which I think is for your first 18-hole round. So we got that going for us. Yeah, I want to show you the scorecard just because it was fun. So a lot of reds and yellows. That's what you get with the tour clubs. You'll spend a lot of time hooking and slicing. But yeah, you see we got a 9 on the 6th hole there. I had a lot of trouble with water and somehow managed to come back and get a birdie eagle to keep that first 9 to +2, and then birdie eagle on the back. I had to get at least a birdie on the last hole, and I was able to get an eagle. So I don't know, your results, your mileage may vary. Your results may be different than mine, but that's where we're at. We got 2 more trophies out of the way, so we're done with that, and that's the only actual round of golf that we have to play. So hopefully it wasn't too awful. It did take me like probably half an hour. I had to reset a couple times. The 6th hole, it's an island green, and if you're not good with tour clubs, any error is going to be a larger error than the green is, which means you're going to be in the lake. So anyway, that's the best tips I can give you for that. Like I said, I'm not very good at this, just persistent, and I like scheduling. So I'll be right back, and we'll kind of assess where we're at, and we'll finish up. I'll be there. We've got 5 trophies left. 2 of them are related to course challenges, which we'll get to in a minute. One of them is related to favoriting courses, which is real easy, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the 2 that we're going to talk about now are the chip-ins. There's one for a chip-in on an official round, on official course, and there's one for a chip-in from a sand trap on an official course. So we're going to go for those now. And we chose Faxon Park, or I did. It doesn't matter what you pick, as long as it's official. There's basically 2 ways you can go about this. You can try and combine this with course challenges, and then just come here, try to hit every, try to hit the greenside bunkers on every hole, and then try to chip in from there. You'll probably still end up getting pars and stuff, so it won't totally kill your round. But the way I like to do it is I like to come and hit this bunker right here, and then change to a chip shot, and give it a go. And if you miss, which is very likely, you see that was pretty close though, just wait for it to stop, and then switch back to a chip shot, and then just chip it right back into the bunker. And this will allow you within 15 or 20 seconds to get another go at it. Remember, square will change your shot type, so we change it to chip, and then L1 and L2 will change your club. And basically that's it. Just keep chipping it back and forth, and eventually it should hit the pin and roll in. The game will mercy rule you after I don't know, 4 or 5 of these attempts, because it's after +7. It won't let you do any more. But then just restart the round. Since it's the first hole of the round, you can come right back into this bunker and be right back in and ready to roll. So I've worked on this for about an hour, and I'm going to continue to work on it until I get the trophy, and I'll see you when I get there.
Whoa, that was nice.
And that's when you get the chip in at long last. Now, don't let this fool you. See, there's your ferret. That's for getting it in from off the green. And that's the golden ferret, and that's for getting it in from the sand trap. Now, don't let that fool you. I cut out like an hour and a half of gameplay there. That took about as long as I thought it would take to get the hole in one. So I guess we are now evened out. I suggest you practice your chips on that. So we've only got 3 trophies left. One is for favoriting 10 courses. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I went ahead and, while I was off camera, and searched for Money One, because we're going to do a bunch of those, and I already put those on my favorites list right here. So we've got a few. We've got like 5 already. But you honestly, this is so easy. Just go right in here and get this done. We'll just go to Faxon Park and favorite. We'll go to the links, favorite. Let's go to Victory Village. Favorite. Black Brook. Favorite. And now we've played favorites. Now you can go right back in since you're still in the menu and just unfavorite these. And that's how you get your 10. It's really that easy. And that really leaves one more thing. We're going to play courses and get course challenges. And we're going to go, I'll go ahead and throw up the list here. That's from the cycles that we were doing on the Millionaire trophy. So we're at least going to play those and get all the challenges that are associated with those. And if you look, so like it populates basically 2 challenges for every 50 plays. So anything that's got 350 will be fine. These money 10 ones, like, so this one's got 500 plays now. And if you go into the course challenges, you see there's 15 of them. And you want to switch over to tour clubs. So let's do that first. And then we're going to go ahead and play all of the courses that were on that graphic that I just put up. So that should get you like 150-ish. You know, there's like 11 courses and anywhere between 10 and 15. And you'll get the one trophy in a little bit. So I'll pop in when we get there. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start.
Well, thank you very much for the round today. That was excellent.
And there you go. So the first money 10 we got back of my hand, and I'm going to go into score details so I can explain what just happened. We got, it says get all 15 of the trophies, or all 15 of the challenges for one course. There's something weird about this. Like, you see, we only got 14. I don't know. It counts. So we just kind of roll with it. So I didn't expect to get that, but I'm glad I did. So basically, I'm going to play the rest of these rounds, and we will not be at 250 yet, of course, but we'll get a good fair whack of the way. And I'll count them as I go so I can tell you how many we got. So I've been at it for a little while here, maybe about an hour, and I wanted to, so I just finished up the Money 01 course. So what I did is I finished the 11 courses that were on that list and got as many challenges as it would let you. Some of them have long drives on the holes, so that you won't get it. You don't even want to try to get it. Just make your putts, move on to the next course. Once I got to the end of that list, I hit Same by Designer. So you go under Course Details right at the end screen and go More by Designer. And as it turns out, the same course designer that did 18 aces and 9 aces and then all that Money 10 and all that stuff did these other courses as well. You can't do the 1-in-1 because there's no challenges for it. But yeah, everything else, you go Same by Designer and play all those courses. Any of them that have over 50 plays. So this has got 101. That's going to have 5 challenges on it. This one's got 255, so it's got 11. Yeah, so that will get you at least 3 challenges if it has more than 50 plays. And trust me, it takes like 80 seconds to do one of these 9-hole putt courses. So you get 3 challenges for 90 seconds. Anyway, I did all 11 of those. I did everything by this designer, and I am now at 209 of the 250 challenges. Where we're going to go from here, I'm not sure. I need 41 more challenges somewhere. So I guess we're going to go and search for, I don't know, aces maybe. That sounds like a good search criteria. Let's try it. Regardless, we're going to try and pop out another 41 course challenges. I did want to say this is probably a great opportunity for improvement on my time. I didn't do I didn't do any job of preparing for this. And as a result, I've got to go and search through these and hope to find something. Like, this is a 9-hole course. Looks pretty good. It says Aces Are Us. It sounds pretty good. It's got 800 plays. Let's take a look in here and see what we got. Yeah, sure. This might work. we'll give it a go. I'm going to change back. I don't like doing tour clubs on anything longer than about a yard. I will probably forego one challenge on this course because it'll be for tour clubs, but that's okay. I'm willing to take it. Anyway, I think I've talked enough about this, so we're going to try and scrape together another 41 course challenges, and then we'll be done. Like I said, this is a great opportunity to improve on my time right here. If you play these courses and script them out, also, if you notice, some of them had like 94, 99 plays. Go ahead and play those 5 times and bump them up to 100. You get 2 more challenges per course. There's, anyway, a lot of opportunity to do better than I did. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. This is one of the fun parts of these courses. Doesn't that look like fun? Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. These are actually my favorite courses to play. Most of them are designed so you'll get like holes in one if you don't go outside of the cone. And then if you do, it's pretty much impossible to complete the hole. But it looks like we made it. So anyway, isn't that fun? That's a fun looking course. That's a cool game. I've never seen a golf course designed like this. So yeah, and then I will just get whatever challenges I can get out of this and then use the More by Designer feature, and that should get us even more. So I'll see you in a little bit.
Boom, there's your eagle. Fantastic work out there.
And that is it. We hit our 250th challenge, so we'll get that one.
I had a good time out there today.
And there's the platinum. That was 6 hours and 1 minute. I started at 146. It's now 747. So I'm very happy about that. I was shooting for 8 hours and we beat it by almost 2. So woo! Yay! Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have a whole lot to say. You got all the trophies in this one video. If you tuned in wondering how somebody got this platinum in 6 hours when the second place person took 6 days, watch the video. Now you know. If you tuned in for tips on how to just get the platinum in this game, not very many people have it, then I thank you for watching. Hopefully this plus the other 2 prep videos helped you get there. If you tuned in to try to beat my record, again, the challenge is out there. The first person to do it with a legit run will get a $50 PlayStation card or code. And if you are just tuning in to support me and the channel, then I thank you especially for that. I really appreciate it. I'll do some more videos and I'll just keep chugging. We might even do some live action. I got a GoPro the other day, so who knows? You might get to see my face. Uh-oh. Again, thank you very much. Until the next video, stay bad, people. Non-gone is gone.